the main lesson that like crossover between my profession and jiu-jitsu is in my profession, it's if you're afraid to lose, if you take a case and you're afraid to lose, you're going to make very conservative decisions. You're probably not going to end up doing as good a job. And I've been afraid to lose my whole life. I'm afraid that people will see me lose a case and think I'm not that good a lawyer. I've thought that way forever. And I don't think that way anymore because jiu-jitsu's taught me that losing there's no such thing as losing. There's winning and there's learning. And when I first went into jiu-jitsu, I'm sure you'll remember this, Paul. We see this all the time. The white belts come in and they're so tense and they hold so tight and they're so afraid to make a bad move and they're so afraid to get submitted and they end up gassing out and doing terrible. Whereas by the time you get to be a purple belt and a brown belt, hopefully, I mean, Paul, if you and I rolled and you submitted me, I'd shake your hand and say, let's keep going. And so it's really taught me, if you face somebody that's not afraid of losing, that's scary, right? Like, and I'm not afraid to lose these cases, which means I'm willing to take some maybe more risky decisions that will end up with a better result for my client. Whereas if I was some wimp who was afraid I was going to lose, then maybe I don't make those same decisions. The other thing is, at least in my experience, in the jiu-jitsu community generally, when people compete, nobody cares if they win or lose that much. Everybody just support. Like when I have competed, nobody cares if you win or lose. They just think it's cool that you're doing it. And that's been a real lesson for me because in the legal community, a lot of the times, people lose and all these lawyers are nipping, oh, yeah, I can't believe you lost it. I can't believe you lost that case. And I just sit there and go, go on to the next one. We'll learn from it. And we'll do better the next one. So the big crossover for me is, and like I said, it's the same in any profession. If you're a businessman, you're negotiating a deal. If you're afraid you're going to lose the deal, you're not going to negotiate as effectively. Whereas if you don't care if you win or lose, you're going to maybe make some decisions that are going to result in a better outcome for your business deal.
That's a great allegory. And I found that to be true in business as well. I've been doing digital marketing since 2016. And it's when you're so attached to it, the other person can tell. And they can tell that if you really need this deal or you really need this to go through, the other person can tell immediately.